What's going on, everybody? Spaceballs here. Welcome back to another Kingdom of Heroes video. Today, guys, we're going to be doing TOA 40, 50, and 60. We're going to do it all here in one video. I know a lot of people posted on TOA already, but I plan on doing all of the TOAs in the future, so I figured we would start with 40, 50, and 60 today, and then when it resets, I will do 70, 80, 90, and 100, and then we'll move on to TOA hard. So for today, we're going to start with 40, and these ones are pretty easy for the most part. Now 60 is a little tough. I tried to use the most free-to-play team as possible. First, we will go down to 40 here. Now 40 is actually really easy, guys. You only need one unit for this, and I'm sure a lot of you guys already know, but to anybody that's new or just started the game, I'm sure this will help you a lot if you see this video. So all you need for this one, guys, is Feryja. She is a free monster that you start off with at the beginning of the game. They give you Feryja for free. So Feryja is actually used for a lot of TOA. So definitely build her and use her because she's good everywhere, not just TOA. She's good all over the place. One of my favorite units in the game. Now you have fountains on the map that you can hide behind. So what you can do is you're going to go behind the fountain here, and you're going to end the turn. Now he's going to move close to you. He can only move one space per turn. So now what you're going to do is you're going to move here to this side of the fountain. You're going to use your continuous damage or any hit that you want. It doesn't really matter. Continuous damage is going to kill him faster. Now you can do this with other units, but he's going to one-shot whatever other unit you bring into the level. And you can actually do this with any ranged unit that you have. It doesn't even need runes or anything like that because you're never going to take a hit. And then you're going to hit him again. Now he's going to move one space. You're going to move again to the right side of the fountain. And then you're going to hit him again. And he's going to move. He's pretty much going to follow you in a circle here. You're pretty much going to take 2 turns, depending on what runes you have on your Feryja. If she's fast enough, you're going to take 2 turns to his every 1 turn. So same thing here. You're going to move to the right again. And then you're going to use your A3, A1. It doesn't really matter. You're just going to slowly tick him down here. And then he's going to move again. Same thing. He's just going to follow you around in a circle here. You just want to make sure that you keep moving one space to the left or right. Either way is fine. And then you're just going to hit him each time. You're going to take 2 turns. He's going to move again. Now he moved the other way, which is fine. Now you just move back this way. And then once again, just hit your A3. Then your A1. And it's just that easy. Like, this one is really, really simple. Once you figure out the tricks to these floors, they're actually quite easy. Now, if you didn't know this, this is actually really hard because this guy one-shots any unit, like I said before. So bringing one unit is just easier to manage, easier to move around the board so you don't get confused or anything like that. And yeah, it's just that simple, guys. Believe it or not, when someone in the chat showed me how to do this, I was like, no, it can't be that easy. And they're like, yep, it's that easy because he only moves one space. Yes, he does hit like a truck. And yes, if you didn't know how to do this, this could be quite confusing. But once you learn the method here, this is really simple. And that's kind of why I wanted to do 40, 50, and 60 in the same video, because they're all pretty simple. 60 is a little tricky, but I'm going to walk you through that as well. So I'm going to finish this up here, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back here. Last hit. Should be the last hit. Last 2 hits. He's going to move one more time. I thought that was going to be the last hit. All right, so this is the last hit. So that's it for 2A40. Really, really simple. Just go behind the water fountain every time he moves. Left or right side, just move to the other side, so make sure you're parallel with him on the water fountain. Hit him, he's going to move, you move, and it's just that simple. So let's move on to TOA 50. Okay, so this is going to be TOA 50. Now, this is pretty easy too. The thing is, he does do big damage, so you kind of want to bring like tanky units. And the thing about TOA is, guys, it's really about continuous damage most of the time. And I do want to give a shout out to Theia and Lucifer. They're probably the best 2 free-to-play monsters in this game for TOA, and probably a lot of other stuff too. And I know Theia is a part of a lot of speed teams late game, which I'm going to be making videos on that soon. I don't have Lucifer built right now, so we're going to do 60 without him because I have a Freet, so she kind of takes his place, but we'll get into that in just 1 second here. But for this one, you really just need a healer, so it doesn't have to be Vivian. I have Vivian. It can be Penne, it can be Reyna, whatever healer you have. And then I would just bring in some damage dealers behind it, and you have Feryja, which I say she is one of the best free-to-play monsters in this game. And Thea and Lucifer are both craftable, so they're both free to play as well. So we're just going to run this team here. Actually, let's drop Claudia and let's bring in Nyx just to be safe, because she's more of a tank and she has attack down. So I just want to play it safe here. Now, you don't need a nat 5 for this. You don't need Vivian. You really just need Feryja, and then a tank and any healer you have, and something that does continuous damage. So you know what? We can actually bring, let's just bring Thea, because like I said, she's craftable, and you can bring Lucifer instead of a Freet, and then any healer you have in that position. If I had my Lucifer built, I would bring him in just to show you that you could do this with pretty much a free-to-play team, because once you take out Vivian and put in Reyna or Penne, this is pretty much a free-to-play team. So yeah, I'm still having so much fun with the game, guys. I hope you guys are having fun with it too. I can't wait to make all these guides for you, all these speedrun teams. We've been having so much fun on Twitch. So if you want to follow me there, that's always in the description. So now this guy has an AoE hit. So you pretty much just want to, you know, distance yourself as much as you can. Range units are actually going to be the best for TOA, ones that hit from 1 or 2 spaces away, especially for most of the boss floors, because most of them do huge AoE damage or huge single target damage. But this one's pretty easy. He doesn't really hit that hard to where he's nuking your team, especially if you have a good healer on the team. So you can get pretty close to him and nothing's really going to happen, because a Freet I'm going to have to put right next to him to hit anyways. The only one that's going to stay back here is Thea, and she's so good, guys. I'm actually going to make a video after this on 3 4-stars, one from each element, and she's definitely going to be in it because she's just so good. She hits from a distance, she puts up that continuous damage, and Feryja as well, she is so good, but she's an LD and she's free, so I probably won't put her in that video. But same thing, she hits from 2 spaces away, she puts up the continuous damage as well. And the thing with Thea is she stacks on herself first, and then once you get like 3 or 4 stacks, you can toss it over to him. Now you see he moved to my Freet because my Freet is fire, so he's always going to target my Freet here, which is a good thing. Then I'll be able to keep my Thea here to stack up the continuous damages that I'm going to toss over to him in just a second. So I'll move Vivian here so she's in heal range of a Freet. Now I don't think we can cross this line here. So this is when I tell you guys that position really matters. So the best part of this game, guys, that I'm loving so much is the tactical battling. Like how you just can't auto through this stuff like other games, and then it just becomes boring. Now, I know some people like me are lazy gamers and you don't always want to do this, but it is fun to actually have to do content instead of just being able to throw a team in there and auto it. Now, I'm sure some people, when they're late game, they'll be able to auto all this stuff. But for now, I don't see that happening. So let's just toss over a heal to a Freet. I don't think she needs it yet, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. So let's try to put up the decreased attack. So decreased attack is really good for this floor because it's just going to make him do less damage. And continuous damage is going to be good for all of these floors. So let's give Thea 1 more stack here. He's going to hit my Freet. So let's bring Feryja up here in the back. And then let's hit him from back here because she hits at a distance. Now he's going to do AoE damage, which is fine because like I said, it's not really that big of damage as you can see. So we can move Vivian over here and actually put debuff, get rid of, wait, we don't want to do that because she's going to, yeah, we don't actually want to do that because we don't want to clear, we want to make sure we don't clear Thea's debuffs. I don't think it's going to clear them, but it's going to put up immunity. We don't even want to do that on Thea, to be honest with you. We want to just keep her getting stacks here. So we're just going to end Vivian's turn. Vivian's just here as a safeguard. It could be any healer. She's just there just in case you need her, just in case you take too much damage if your runes aren't good enough or something like that. So let's try to put up another dot here. Now we can take another turn or we can pass these over. I'm actually going to pass them over now so he starts taking more damage. So now he has 3 dots on him, and we're just pretty much going to do this. We're just pretty much going to go around the circle here. We're going to keep the Freet healed as much as possible. We don't need any heals yet. And our Thea has a continuous heal on her, so she's fine. So now we're going to take another turn. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to put up another dot. We're going to try to. My Freet doesn't have much accuracy, so she's not going to put up too many dots here. So we're going to get another stack on Thea. And we're pretty much just going to go around the circle here. We're going to heal ourselves just to keep ourselves around. Which is, I mean, we're going to heal Vivian just to keep her around. And you see, every time he takes a turn, he's just taking more damage from the stacks that we have on him. And then we're back around to the Freet. So it's pretty much the same thing. Just going to go around a circle here. And as you see, we never move. We're just keeping ourselves distant from him. We're keeping the Freet close to take the damage. And then we're keeping Thea back to stack up her stacks. We're going to pass this one over as well, because then I'll have 4 stack. And then I believe he'll almost be dead after that. So next turn, he should be close to dead, because hopefully we can get another stack here from Feryja, which we didn't. But he's almost dead now. So we're pretty much just going to go around the circle again. As you see, he did a really big damage there, but it's kind of too late now, because this one is pretty much in the bag. So we're just going to A1 him down at this point. And then we got theia. She's going to get another stack, but these continuous damage is going to kill him anyways. It's pretty much that easy, guys, for 40 and 50. Just have to make sure your units have enough HP and defense that he's not doing, you know, massive damage to you. But as you saw there, he wasn't doing that much damage. So just bringing in theia and maybe Lucifer if you don't have a Freet. Whatever your daughters are, just bring them in, stack some accuracy, HP, and defense on them. And 50 is pretty simple as well. So now let's move into floor 60. And this is where it gets a little bit tricky. Okay, so this is floor 60. This is the team we're going to use. Now, same thing. You can use any blue healer here. It doesn't necessarily have to be blue, but you want to make sure that this guy targets your healer and not your Feryja, which I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. It could be, you know, Penne would actually be a really good unit for this instead of Vivian. And you guys do get a Nat 4 picker, so most of you are going to have, you know, a decent healer and a good Nat 5. Now, I'm going to use a Freet instead of Lucifer and hope that this works out. Lucifer is definitely the better option for this. I just don't have him built right now. I'm going to build him in the future. But other than that, you can do this pretty much free to play. Feryja is amazing. Then you got your theia, which is craftable. And then you will have your Lucifer instead of the Ifrit, which is craftable. And then you will have your healer, which you will probably pick with your Nat 4 picker. So let's get right into this one, because this is where it kind of gets a little tricky. Okay, so before the battle starts, we're going to switch Ifrit and Vivian, because we want Vivian as far to the right as possible here. So this setup is good. We can start the battle like this. And now our goal here is to keep Vivian or whatever healer you're using as close to him as possible, because sometimes he'll go crazy and he'll go after your Feryja no matter what if she's close enough to him. So we kind of want him to do damage to our healer and target her every single time. So this way it gives us time to stack dots on our theia. So the first move we're going to make is we're going to bring Vivian right up next to him. And we're going to end the turn. And then the first thing he does, he goes straight at the Vivian. Now, he didn't crit there. If he crit, he probably would have took her down to like less than half HP. This guy hits like a truck. Pretty much like the 40 boss, except he moves freely around. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take theia. We're going to move her up top here. And we're going to start stacking our dots on ourself. Now, what would really help here is a really fast theia. My runes are terrible, guys. I will show you after the video how bad they actually are. And the reason I kind of did that is to show you guys that you can do this with not good runes and pretty much all free-to-play monsters, because you can easily switch out a Freet for Lucifer and Vivian for any healer that you have. So now the next thing we're going to do is bring a Freet right up next to him. Now, we don't care about a Freet or Vivian here. We want them to take all of the damage, because he's weak to a Freet, so he's not going to really crit on her too much. And it would be the same thing if it was Lucifer. They are just there to put extra dots on him. Now, my Freet doesn't have a lot of accuracy, which is probably a bad decision on my part, but she does have the attack down if we can land it, which will really mitigate the damage here. So let's see what we can do. So we actually got really lucky there. We got the dot and we got the attack down. So we'll definitely be able to take the damage this turn for sure. Now, the goal here is to kind of get your Vivian in front of him and your Feryja and theia in back of him. Now, this position right here is actually bad, because what he would do is he would move to this spot right here and he would hit all 3 of my units. But since I know he's not taking a turn, I'm actually going to put my Feryja here, and I'm going to try to put another dot on him. And then I'm going to break everything up in just a second here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my Vivian here, right behind him. Now, she should be good to be able to take another hit from him because of the attack down. So he's going to move before the Ifrit. So we actually just want Vivian to be right here, I think. And we want Vivian to be here, because then he's going to move. We don't want him to be able to chain hit everybody here. So I think putting Vivian here is the best play. I'm pretty sure. Let's put up a defense buff just in case. I think that's the right play, though. Yeah, that was the right play. Because if I would have moved her up top here, he would have moved over one space, and then he would have did damage to all 4 of my units. So placement is really important, guys, and that's why I love this game so much. Is because there's just so much tactical battling, and you can't just auto through this stuff like other games. You actually have to sit here and think about it. Maybe late game, you'll be able to just kind of auto through if you have the right units like Jahara, Irene, and Freya, and you're just extending the invincibility. But early game, you're going to have to manual this stuff, that is for sure. So what we're going to do here is we're in perfect positioning right now. So we're just going to keep stacking dots on Theia. So let's go with another one. And let this show you guys that Theia, Lucifer, Mudspell, they're all craftable units, and they're probably some of the best units in the game because Mudspell is one of the best farmers in the game. And Theia and Lucifer are the best TOA monsters in the game. So they definitely gave you some really good units to use in this content. So we're going to keep a Ifrit right here. We're going to hope to try to get another dot. The more dots we get, the better before he actually kills something. So let's hope for another dot. Got another dot. Excellent. Now we could move Freya back a space just to be safe. Just so he doesn't do anything crazy. Because sometimes he'll just go crazy. And then he'll just go after your Freya and one-shot her. So we don't want that to happen here. Do we want speed or we want to be safe? Let's try to get some speed. Which we did. Now, our Vivian is dead. But that should be okay. Hopefully. We're going to have to move Theia in here. And put another dot on ourselves. And the next turn, we're going to move these 3 dots onto him. Now, he's never going to hit our Ifrit here, ever. And this is actually bad positioning because he's going to hit all 3 of our units here, I think. Because he's going to move here and he's going to do damage. Yeah, I think he's going to hit everything. But let's just hope for the best. Because when he crits... So what we can do here, actually, is we can move Freya here and we can put invincibility, which is going to save us here. So sometimes saving your invincibility is really important because that just bought us an extra turn, which is really important. So we're going to put up the invincibility. So now we're good. He's going to hit us, which isn't going to matter. So boom. Doesn't do anything. We're actually going to move Theia back here. And we're going to pass these dots along to him. So now he's going to have up 3 dots. And we're going to keep a Ifrit right here. Hope that we can get another dot. The more dots, the more of a shot we're going to have here. The thing is, I think my Theia is pretty slow, and that's why we're not getting a lot of dots on him. So let's move Freya back. Let's just move Freya all the way back so he can't do anything crazy here. So even if he hits my Freya, he's going to move all the way up there to hit her, and he won't be able to hit my Theia. And like I said, he'll never target my Ifrit because he's weak to her. So let's just go here and end the turn. So now we got Theia up here, which she is fine here. Because if he's going to hit her, he's going to hit her. She has to be 2 spaces next to him no matter what. If we want to put dots on him. So let's just leave her here. And hope that he doesn't massacre us. Let's hope we can get this attack down. Please give us the attack down. And the dot, please. I know I don't have a lot of accuracy on my Ifrit, but please. Nope, we didn't get anything from that. So what we can do here is try to move. We don't want to move close in. Because if we move close in, he's going to one-shot all 3 of us. So let's just keep Freya back here for now and kind of hope for the best. So let's just end the turn. So he did target my Ifrit. See, positioning is so important because we put the Ifrit right in front of him and we kind of moved everything back and she has the less HP. He's attacking her and he's weak to her, so she can take a ton of damage from him. So we're getting super lucky here. So let's hope that keeps happening. So let's put one more stack on ourselves. Let's just keep the Ifrit right here. She'll be able to take one more hit from him. If we can get one more dot here, we should be good to go. And we did. And we're going to keep Freya right here as our safety plan. Just in case he starts killing everything. But I think we're good now. And as you can see, this is just all about positioning, guys. If you get yourself in the right position, you are good to go. So now we're going to pass off these 2 stacks. And every time he kills something, he gets a shield and a defense buff. So let's pass these off. And now you can see he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots on him. So we can actually move Freya in here and try to get another dot. We didn't land it, but we should be okay. He should be almost dead. And that should do it. And he's dead. You see, the whole fight was all about positioning. Freya and Theia were pretty much the MVPs there. And then our healer and Ifrit were just there to take the damage. Now, Lucifer 100% works better than Ifrit because he puts up, steady continuous damage. I mean, I guess if I had my Ifrit runed for accuracy instead of damage, she would be just as good as an option because she is the stronger element and she can really take the damage, as you saw. And she puts up an attack down and a continuous damage. We'll call it a dot. So I guess if you have Ifrit, she's actually really good for this floor. But if you don't, just sub her out with Lucifer. And if you don't have Vivian, any water healer will do fine. But that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. I hope that helps you. In the next video, we're going to go up to 70, and then we're going to do 80, 90, and 100. And that will be in the next video once this resets in 18 hours. As you guys know, we just hit 1,000 subs on YouTube. We actually blew past 1,000 subs. So later today, I'm going to put up the giveaway video. There's going to be 4 winners. The prizes are going to be huge. So thank you guys so much for the love and support. I can't believe how fast we're growing sometimes. And it's all thanks to you guys. So I can't wait to do this giveaway for you. We're also going to have a giveaway on Twitch later tonight, which will probably be about 15 hours from when I put this video up. But if you follow me on Discord, I have it all posted on Discord, so you will be aware of the Twitch giveaway. And if you want to follow me on Twitch and Discord, that is always in the description. To be a part of the random giveaway, make sure you sub to the channel, you're liking and commenting on all the videos to be a part of it. And that is the biggest single prize we give away on this channel. As always, I love you guys. I will see you in the next one. Spaceballs out. Peace.